season in the Raptors as we take a look at the starting lineups. The good news for Toronto, you see now who will step up and help Kawhi Leonard. Meanwhile, for the 76ers, it's Simmons played his collegiate ball nearby at Villanova. And we are underway, the Raptors with possession.
Somebody else must get in the groove here and make a contribution.
Kawhi Leonard with the ball doing a lot of the heavy lifting during the series. There's Siakam, his first touch, and he misses the corner three. We would expect, as Nick Nurse indicated, he would play lesser minutes, fewer minutes. Embiid got back tapped by Danny Green.
Out at the three-point line. Now he can either shoot the three or he becomes a key passer.
Jimmy Butler, baseline three. Bounced a couple of times, and Butler gets it back.
Big negative for Toronto. They're a -11 in rebounding in this series, and they have to keep Philadelphia off the offensive glass.
Simmons backing down Siakam. Wrestling match underneath. That's going to be a... Nick Nurse expected his team to be much better defensively. He said, we haven't had a game like that in 6 tries as they forced the miss from Tobias Harris.
Well, that was good defense. He knew that there was a potential shot clock.
Siakam fouled by Embiid, who careens into the front row and takes out a couple of customers.
Now, this young man is so blessed. His improvement this season has good defending.
One of the leading candidates to win this year's most improved player. Raptors out 2-0. That's their first lead since game 2. Butler inside with the bucket.
All right, now you saw what happened there. The screen was there. The defender tried to go up over the top. Once you go over the top, Butler will get a step ahead of you, and then the center can't switch off, mainly because of Embiid.
And that's a good sign for the Raptors. Kyle Lowry with his first bucket of the ball.
And Van Fleet must make a high percentage in the 3-ball.
And Simmons got all the way to the bucket, and the finger roll good. And Simmons had 10 points, 7 boards, 7 assists in the last game. Lowry with 5 quick points. Brett Brown calls timeout.
Big in this one.
2 for 10 in the previous game. He owned his subpar performance. Said straight up, I've got to play a lot better. Redick from deep. Butter.
I like the speed that they just came up the floor with. That caught.
Lowry drives it inside. Gasol at the elbow. Gasol is another guy that Nick Nurse is looking to be more active and assertive offensively, and right there, picture perfect.
Yeah, they
in a deal with the Memphis Grizzlies. Sending Jonas Valanciunas the other way, and DeLon Wright. Here's Embiid. One and done at the offensive end, and back comes Kawhi Leonard.
You just got to keep pushing, and hope that you can get the mismatch. Look out here.
Good steal by Harris, back the other way to Redick. Got it. A long 2 is good.
One of the best we have in the 3-ball, running the right lane in transition. And it'll go all night long. You watch it when they break out on the floor, he'll run to that right-hand corner.
Siakam, corner 3. The shot he's really worked on well. That time misfiring. And a chance for the Sixers to take the lead. Harris inside. Out of bounds. Good all-around floor game.
Yeah, plus he's an excellent passer. He's very creative.
Butler. Extra pass Harris, a 40% three-point shooter. A little bit strong that time. And back comes Kawhi Leonard and the Raptors. Leonard hasn't scored a bucket yet. Passing out to Siakam, who's missed 3 times now. Or Hubie in the pick-and-roll game. Here they got a mismatch. Lowry trying to guard Tobias Harris.
They're just faking a double team. So you just keep faking a double team in this series.
Lowry pretty much helpless that time against Harris. Siakam, dribble handoff to Kawhi Leonard. Rising up in the paint, and that's his first field goal of the game.
See, that was a in the painted area.
Butler turned it over.
Oh, here you go.
He only turned it over 2 times in game 3. Lowry back to Leonard, a little give and go, and Leonard with 4 points.
It's the old story.
Game for the 76ers along with James Ennis, who's been great off the bench. Simmons missing inside with the offhand hook.
Well, see, Toronto lucked out there. That time Gasol tried to help out. Embiid was underneath. They had a 2-on-1 under the basket.
Lowry with the runner in the paint.
Nice.
Got the fortuitous roll, and Kyle Lowry with 7 quick points. Usually stout down low. Kicks it out to Ennis. And Leonard running it back. Good ball fake on Simmons. And Kawhi Leonard with his first 3-pointer of the game. And
the ball fake, and the defender went right past them, opening up the space.
Raptors in the midst of a 9-0 run. Tobias Harris rising up. Monroe with the putback. Missed it.
He got hit. He thought he got hit. And also the fact that Gasol was able to keep him off on the second attempt.
Good extra pass. Lowry going to try another one. This one short. Here's Jimmy Butler with the wing. Got into the paint, a little contact, and that's going to be an offensive foul, so says Mark Davis.
Well, Ennis is in the game right now for Philadelphia. He's playing great. Last 4 games, averaging 11 points.
Cross-court pass a little bit high for Kyle Lowry. Kawhi coming over in that blockbuster deal this past July from the San Antonio Spurs. Leonard got into the paint. A whistle, and that's going to be a foul.
All of those off balance and then the fadeaway.
Under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Gasol, nobody guards him, so he lets it fly. Monroe was way back in the paint. 76ers haven't scored in about 3.5 minutes.
That was an excellent defensive move by Gasol as he took away the lane.
Ibaka on the break off the great dime from Lowry.
Now, if you're a coaching
said coming into the game that I think we got outplayed in just about every area we can get outplayed in. He doesn't expect the same to happen. He gets another stop at the defensive end. The Raptors on an 11-0 run. Kawhi fouled inside.
He gets pulled. It's going to be a tough battle for Danny Green because of all of the screens.
Sixers have misfired on their last 6 shots, make it 7. Ennis hustling for the loose ball rebound. Moose fighting inside. He missed it.
Now listen, give Danny Green a lot of credit. He initiated and intimidated that first shot. Whoa, from
Quick
downtown.
Catch and shoot, Hubie, from just right in front of us.
Well, if you're coaching, you wish that he would have got a little closer.
Jimmy Butler slammed on the break, stopped on a dime, didn't leave Kawhi. Not a penny of change.
2 for 9 from the floor. That's big.
Fred VanVleet has come into the ball game for the Raptors. He has struggled off the bench.
And this year, he was injured early. Now, unfortunately for them, he's struggling in this series.
Butler cross court to Ennis. And Ennis knocks down the 3. You mentioned the fact, he's been
an excellent runner on the break.
Guy that has had a very itinerant, transient path so far to the NBA.
Yeah.
Kawhi looking at Davis for the call.
See, he bounced and he looked to the ref. Was that a dribble? And he said yes, and that's when he made that face.
Instant feedback from the officials. That's pretty cool. There's J.J. Redick from deep. That one rims out.
Like in early going, Toronto holding Philly to 1 shot. Philly struggling, no doubt about it.
A deep 3 by Ibaka off the mark. Rebounded. Back out to Butler, who drives in. Great ball movement. Embiid with that ball fake. Draws the hit. Butler. Sixers now on a 7-0 run. VanVleet. Nice find to Siakam. And he misses again from the corner.
Yeah, well, you see, shot clock went down.
Butler on the drive. Fouled. And he'll go back to the foul line. You're down by 3, approaching 1 minute to go. Siakam on the pick and pop. Having a tough time shooting the ball. Wow. Ibaka puts up his hand and said, it went out for me.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Raptors back up by 5, under a minute to go. Embiid with the lob up top for Butler.
Yeah, nice move.
And a good finish by Butler, who got hammered, too.
Well, you see, as soon as McCaw went in there and played behind him, and then when he fronted him, Jimmy Butler froze him, and then looked for that lob pass.
VanVleet with the mid-range jump shot. And what about that pass from the big guy to Butler?
Oh, no, listen, come on. He's got all kinds of skills.
10-2 run for the 76ers. Embiid, wide open 3. Tough step back. And Siakam with
They got 5 guys out there.
Lowry finds VanVleet working against Redick. Gasol from deep. And Ennis clears for the 76ers, who closed the gap to 3.